Good morning. Quick update. I'm here at my fertility clinic for my second appointment. Just did the blood draw today. My appointment was at 7:45. It is 7:47 and I am back sitting in my car. So that is absolutely fantastic. I love the workers here. They're so gentle. They're so nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna go do the rest of my day now. I'm working from home today, which is great. And I didn't have to stay to talk to the nurse after this blood draw like I did with the other one I did on, when was it? Monday? Wednesday? It was earlier this week. But what was I saying? It was Wednesday. Now I'm just gonna go home because I don't have to talk to the nurse again today. They're just gonna give me a call and let me know if I can start my estrates today, which is not an injectable, thank goodness. I'm not quite ready for the injectables yet, like mentally. This is just like oral tablets to take that I think suppress ovulation so that everything, all the follicles can mature at once and you can hopefully get many eggs of a similar, size. I'm gonna head home and tell Matthew how this went. Hello, thank you for clicking on this video. Welcome back if you've watched one or more of my videos before, or welcome if you're watching this one as your very first one. So yeah, as the title says, my husband Matthew and I were literally just about to start IVF stim injections. We had already gone through all of that diagnostic testing and, early appointments with our fertility clinic, and I had started taking estrace. I started that, hold on, let me just get the timeline right. So I started estrace on October 11th, which was a Saturday, and estrace is just estrogen. That's pretty much the only ingredient. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't know what the ingredients are, but it's an estrogen hormone that you take. The purpose is to, I guess, suppress what your natural ovulation would be so that when you start your stimulation injections, more follicles will grow at a uniform size and rate, and hopefully produce more mature eggs that can then be retrieved and then combined with sperm and hopefully turned into healthy embryos. So that was on the 11th, and I was just supposed to take that and then just report my next day one cycle to my fertility clinic. And they were like, and you might even still take it after that. It's just, when you're going through IUI or IVF, it's just so many blood tests, so many ultrasounds, so much like just testing to get, okay, now we're going to start this part, or this is the exact dosage of the medication that you're going to need, etc. It's just a lot of that. So anyway, I went for blood work on October 6th, and then my doctor confirmed, yes, I'm going to start estrace on October 11th. So I started that, and I took that basically up until I got the news that probably led you to click on this video because you read it in the title. So yeah, October 11th, start estrace. October 13th was Thanksgiving. It was a nice holiday. It was just my husband Matthew and I. We kept it really quiet. I made oxtail. It was, oxtail and mashed potatoes, and it was just a really great meal. He made like corn muffins. I don't even know why I'm mentioning that. I'm just like looking at my calendar and just looking at the timeline. Anyway, so the 16th of October is actually our wedding anniversary, and yeah, still taking the estrace all through that. All of that to say, the day of my expected day one was October 17th, which was last Friday, exactly 1 week ago. I'm recording this on October 24th, 2025. So I was expecting my day one of my cycle to start on the 17th. It didn't. On the 18th of October, my husband and I and a couple of friends ran the Toronto waterfront 5K. Our friends had done it before. Matthew and I hadn't done it before, but we signed up at a time when we were like, you know what, we need something to, we had already gone through, we'd already experienced the miscarriage, and we were like, you know what, sure, why not? Let's just sign up for this. And we did it, and it was difficult. We all finished in under 40 minutes or so. But I ended up actually throwing up at the end, like at the finish line. Not dramatically, like in front of everybody, like, bleh, like, you know, like it was horrible. I was like, I just, like, and then, like, you know, went to a quiet, secluded place and was just like, you know. But I just figured, okay, well, I'm not used to running 5K, so that's why that happened. I also figured, okay, my period was late. It's never late. If anything, my period sometimes comes a day early, like just to like be like, you know. So when it didn't come on Friday, I was like, okay, but it's probably gonna come on Saturday. Especially I thought like with running the 5K, it's like, okay, well, it's gonna, you know, kind of jostle it, and I'll probably start, you know, my day one cycle during the race or sometime after it. But it didn't. And that takes us to October 19th, which was Sunday. And I decided that day to take a pregnancy test because at this point I'm 2 days late. And I took those two, it was two of those easy at home tests. If you're, you probably know that test. It's a pretty common one. It's, you know, you get it off Amazon, you get the big pack of them. It's really cheap. It's much cheaper than those clear blue tests. So yeah, so I took two of those ones. 2 solid pink lines on both, like 2 solid AF pink lines. Like it was not ambiguous. It was not like, oh, it's not good. No, 2 solid lines.
What the fuck?
I think in this moment, what we can be certain about is we have 2 positive pregnancy tests. I'm not gonna do what happened last time and just be like, like this is it. You know, I'm all like weird now, you know. I don't know if you want to go get like a digital pregnancy test. Then again, if I test my urine later in the day, it might not even, you know, show up. Because I literally just missed my period.
Yeah, does that work? Can you, hold on.
It could work. It's just that it's best to test the first urine of the day. That's all.
Yeah, I know. I just want to. And you just did this.
I just did this morning. Yeah.
I mean, I think we should get a digital test regardless.
So that we can take it like on Monday morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I agree with that. That's 2 fucking lines.
That's
man.
2 lines, man. That's 2 lines.
It's not even like a faint line.
No, that's 2 lines.
It's just getting darker, like as time
come
goes
on.
on.
What?
Yeah.
What else could that mean?
Isn't the universe freaking hilarious?
It's ridiculous.
Like
this is the last possible time.
the last possible cycle that we could try unassisted. And we get 2 positive pregnancy tests.
I'm trying to keep myself calm.
I know, I'm trying
now.
not to freak out.
I've read the same thing like 5 times.
I know, me too. I was like, wait, maybe there's some... What? Wow.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
it
no,
just... Maybe it's invalid because... No, that's not invalid.
Well, I say we go get a digital test. Do they normally come with multiple, like, goes?
The clear blue ones only come with one, sometimes two.
If we can find one with two, that'd be great, because then we could do today and tomorrow morning.
Okay. I mean, I know we were saying like, oh, I don't know if I would prefer to get pregnant now,
whatever.
unassisted,
Who cares, man?
or if we do the IVF, because then that
know.
guarantees more children in the future. But I
know.
wouldn't have wanted to see anything else today than what I'm seeing. Like, the feeling of waking up this morning, going to the bathroom, and not having my period, and then seeing this.
Yep.
Like, I feel like I can't take it in.
I know what you mean.
It's not quite a happy feeling. It's a good feeling, of course. It's like I'm shocked. Like, I'm gooped. I can't fully wrap my head around this right now.
And it's bringing like a new set of anxieties.
Yeah. Because seeing this, and then if it's not what it looks like, is gonna be crushing. I mean, we have a plan.
Yeah, we have a plan.
Regard, but still.
But that's 2 tests.
2. And this is a very used brand of pregnancy test. This is the one Angela used.
Yeah.
This is like the typical, big box you get on Amazon.
So it has mostly ovulation tests?
Mostly, exactly. Yeah, it has mostly ovulation tests. 50 ovulation, 20 pregnancy. Oh my god.
Why, universe?
I'm also going to say this. It's also just weird that all of the cycles where, even including leading up until the first pregnancy, where we were testing ovulation and tracking temperature and stuff, like none of those worked out. But on this last one, I didn't test my ovulation once, didn't track my temperature, was just like, you know what, whatever, I'm not thinking about it. I didn't even know what my peak fertile day was.
I mean, that's kind of even like the last time we got pregnant.
Yeah, exactly. We were just in Florida and it just, happened. We weren't testing anything.
Screw it, like it's a
we're
crazy
like,
time.
Well, whatever, we're down here for the month.
Yeah.
Got plans every day, so whatever. Wow. Okay.
Jesus
all right.
Christ.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay, no, that's like the opposite thing. Oh, here we go. Hopefully our days of buying this are over, because look at how expensive that is. All right. Let's go. So this is like before 9 a.m. Get into the car, go to our local Shoppers Drug Mart, and we get a pack of clear blue pregnancy tests. There were 3 in the pack. 2 were just line indicators, and 1 was a week's indicator. When we got home, I took 1 of the line indicators. That thick one is the week's indicator, and then this is just the early pregnancy indicator. Okay. All right. Let's give it a go. I mean, positive, absolutely, positively positive. That was 3 positive pregnancy tests on October 19th. Then on the 20th, I decided to take the other line indicator, but like early in the morning, or like, first thing in the morning, because that's the recommendation when you take pregnancy tests, to test your first urine of the morning, because that's what's going to have the strongest concentration of the HCG hormone. And that too was positive, 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 positive. So at that point on Monday, I emailed my nursing team to say day one was supposed to be on Friday. It didn't happen. And now I have 4 positive pregnancy tests. Please say psych. Like, please tell me I'm not crazy. Like, what do I do now? Like, I don't know. Like, this is all just insane because, like I said, I was supposed to report on Friday. Okay, day 1 cycle has started. And then we would go in and we would likely have been starting like the injections sometime like in this month, right? Assuming everything was ready to go. So my fertility clinic emails me back right away because they're so great and they're so responsive, and they're like, okay, let's get you in for blood work tomorrow. And it's just going to be blood work. You don't have to come in on an empty stomach or anything like that. So Tuesday, the 21st, I go in for that blood work. And my nursing team calls me at about 9:40 that day, and just here's the news I got that day.
All right, so congratulations. The pregnancy test is definitely positive.
Oh my gosh.
Your beta hormone level is measuring at 1050.9, so definitely very positive. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this is very good to see. For next steps, please do stop taking the S-trace.
Okay.
And then we're going to bring you back on Thursday again to reassess. We
Okay.
want to ensure that the hormone level is rising appropriately. Okay.
Okay, great.
Is there a specific time you'd like to come in?
So, there you go. I was just like pacing back and forth, like in this room after getting that call, because I was like, how is this possible? Like, is this actually possible? Like, is this actually happening? Like, am I actually pregnant? Like, just like that? Like, well, not just like that, you know what I mean? But like, when you're going through the IVF cycle, you think like, okay, I'm gonna have to complete this, right? But anyway, so that takes us to, okay, so so my nursing team was like, okay, those are your results. And so yeah, you guys heard like what the number was. Hold on, let me just look at my notes to get that number. Yeah, so they told me that my beta HCG number was 1050.9 after that first blood test. Great, very high number. So they're like, hey, come back in on Thursday. We'll do another blood test for you just to make sure that number is going up. So that was yesterday. Go in yesterday, do the blood test, and they call me back a little bit later in the day. It was closer to 11, which actually freaked me out a little because I was like, oh my gosh, it must have gone down. And they're just like, I don't know how to tell her. Like, she was like, we were so excited on Tuesday and now it's going down, but no, they confirmed actually, and I wasn't able to record this phone call because I was actually in the courthouse working. So my beta HCG 2 days later, yeah, so Tuesday, was 4,195.6, which was incredible. Like, my nursing team at that point was like, you are like definitely pregnant. Like, this is amazing news. We are so happy for you. This is such a great spike. This is exactly what we want to see. So they informed me that my next step would be to come in at the 7-week point for my first ultrasound. And they're like, that's going to be in like mid-November. And they were like, why I love this clinic, they were like, if you want, we can schedule you for another blood test next week so that, just for peace of mind, just that we can make sure that number is still going up. And if it's, and exactly. Yeah, just to make sure that that number is still going up. So I have that scheduled for next Wednesday, October 29th, which will be exactly 1 month before my birthday. So yeah, here we are today, October 24th, and Matthew and I are just still so gagged. I mean, we went for a long walk today and just like talked about how we feel about this. There's just so many weird little coincidences that are so similar to things we were doing or conversations we were having earlier in this year in January when we found out we had our first pregnancy. For example, we had gone to this restaurant called Center Street Deli the day before we found out that we were pregnant, like in both occasions. And we haven't gone to that restaurant outside of those 2 times. Today is actually our dating anniversary. We had our very first date on this day, October 24th, in 2014. So that was what, 6 or 7 years ago. I can't, my brain's not functioning right now. I actually just woke up from a nap like 10 minutes ago that I'm already feeling exhausted. That's my very first, I think, pregnancy symptom this time. Exhaustion. We went for that walk and then I came home and ate a leftover slice of pizza and just completely crashed for the rest of the afternoon until just now. So yeah, that's where we are right now. That's where we are right now. Matthew and I, as of this moment, as of right now, I'm pregnant. And the timing is something that I just like cannot even comprehend. Getting pregnant twice in 2025 is spectacular. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be a short video because I don't really know what to say at this point. I was anticipating recording this video just to give you guys like an update in terms of, okay, I've been taking estrace for this amount of time now, about 2 weeks, and here's, you know, the side effects that I've been experiencing, or here's, you know, what my next steps are going to be in terms of the IVF process, and here's where I'm going to start my stims, or, you know, maybe even like showing you guys what all the medication looked like, because I, you know, like I said, I watch so many of these IVF journeys on YouTube, and one of the videos that people, you know, often do is just showing all of the medication that they're going to need to start taking. So the estrace are just these tiny little pills, but then when you look at all of the boxes and boxes of hormone medications that you actually have to take, and I don't remember, I haven't actually watched the last video that I recorded yet, but I did have a list of the actual medications that I was going to have to take, but you know, knock on wood, I won't. Because hopefully this pregnancy is the one, and it goes to term, and that if it does, then in July of 2026, Matthew and I will be welcoming our first child, and then all we care about is that they're happy and healthy and here. So yeah, that's this video. No, any questions, comments, leave it down below, but it's great news. We're so absolutely over the moon, and of course still trying to guard our hearts because we've been here before, right? We've been here before with the positive pregnancy tests and, you know, the blood work that confirms it. Really, it's going to be after that 7-week ultrasound that will hopefully making progress. So I really hope that when we go for that ultrasound, they're able to hear the heartbeat, and we're able to hear the heartbeat, and that the baby just keeps growing and just becoming the perfect little nugget that I know they're going to be. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll probably do another video, just maybe yeah, maybe explaining more about the medications I was going to have to take, or you know what, maybe I'll just go get that list right now. Just give me a second here. Okay, brief pause. I was just getting all of this paperwork. So this is the little duotang that the fertility clinic gave us to keep all of these many, you know, documents and sheets and stuff. So I also had this, oh shit, this cute little, you know, notepad thing. Whole bunch of just like, you know, information like that kind of stuff. And that's my drug information sheet and stuff like that. So medications, okay. So for priming, estrace, and then for stimulation, it was going to be Gonalef and Menopur, and then for the antagonist, Orgalutrin, and then for the trigger shot, it was going to be Decapeptyl. To do. We even, you know, went as far as reviewing and signing the consents for the PGTA testing, which is like the hormonal testing that they'll do on embryos to check for any chromosomal abnormalities before implantation, which that would have been a very expensive procedure. I mean, really, all said and done, IVF would have cost us, so yeah, $19,110 plus the cost of the medication, which could be anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000 depending on your dosage and what your insurance will cover and what it won't. Then there was an additional cost for the embryo transfer. I guess I guess for what? ET? What the fuck is that? Okay, like I'm already that must be no. And then the cost of the PGTA testing, which would have been about $420. So yeah, it would have been a lot. It would have been very expensive, and we had to. Actually, did I just say it was going to be $420 for the PGTA testing? Psych, because actually it was the cost start at $3,450, and then that's just to set up the biopsy and testing the first embryo, and then each additional embryo cost $425 on top of that. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, so to set up the whole thing and to test the first embryo, huge expense, like over $3,000, and then if you have additional embryos you're going to test, it's not as expensive to test those other ones. But yeah, that's what it could have been, but no, not anymore. Not for us. Oh, we also had this. Let me show you this, and I hope these are actually like showing up on screen. And if they're not, and I just look dumb in these moments, I'm very sorry. But like this was our like flow chart, basically, like how this was all supposed to go in terms of timelines for everything. But now we're just boop, kind of skipped all the way down to here when we were just at here. We just went, so yeah, it's a good day. And on top of that, on top of everything I just said, the Toronto Blue Jays are in the World Series for the first time in 32 years. That's insane to me. Like, I get to actually witness it this time, because I was just like a little nugget, like barely conscious myself the last time we got into the World Series. Like, Toronto's gotten into the World Series, I think, twice, by my brain. It's not like I'm a huge baseball fan, but everyone in Toronto is right now, because what the hell, we're in the World Series. And so 92, 93, we got into the World Series and we won both of those. Here we are again in 2025. Game 1 is tonight, so Matthew and I are going to go out, have a nice all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue meal, and then, go to a local bar. Obviously, I'm not going to drink anything. I'm just going to chill with like a, little juice or whatever. But it's just going to be nice to like be in the vibe of everybody who's so excited for the Jays and watching the game. So yeah, it's a good day. It's a good day, and the world just feels like there's color in it again. That's the best way that I can describe it. Even though we Matthew and I both want to guard our hearts a little bit to say that we're not absolutely over the moon, absolutely thrilled. I've been like on Facebook Marketplace just like looking at baby items on Amazon, saving stuff to list, and I was already doing that weeks and weeks before, but now it just feels like it's real, right? Like before I was doing that, just kind of keep myself in that positive space of, yes, we will be pregnant. Yes, we are going to have a baby someday. So it doesn't hurt to look at any of this stuff. Mini Ollie, I really love their clothes. They have some really cute stuff. I've been like saving stuff on a list. So just doing all of that stuff again, and actually like as a pregnant woman, not as somebody who's just like, when am I going to be pregnant again? Just feels so good. So just thank you so much for everyone who just like wished us well in the previous video, in the comments. Thank you for your questions, your concerns, your support. Like it means a lot. And for all of you out there who are still on your IVF journey, I wish you the absolute best. Like, honestly, I was right there with you. I might be again. Like, who knows how this is gonna go. Knock on wood, good vibes out to the universe, but you never know. So like, I wish you all the best if you're going through this. I just wish you the very best results possible. If you are going through, doing the hormone injections and all of that stuff, like, God, you are just so strong and amazing for doing this. And I will say, the silver lining, I guess, the bright spot, the positive thing that came out of being pregnant once before and then having that miscarriage at 7 weeks, and then even starting, like, going as far as we did get through this IVF process, is just like, God, when you have to go through this, you just know for sure you want to be a parent. You just know for sure you want this baby so absolutely frickin' badly. And it's like, not everyone who becomes parents starts it in that way, with that same certainty, with that same just absolute conviction that this is what I want. Some people, it's just like, oh, this is just what's happening and now I have to deal with it. But for all of us who have to go through this process, it's not the same. Like, we're praying for it and hoping for it and wishing for it every single step of the way and planning for it. And it's not something that's, oh, whoops, we just fell pregnant, like, and I know it kind of sounds like that for Matthew and I, but it's not, it wasn't whoops, like, it's just that through the IVF process, at least the way our clinic did it, we had every single cycle before we actually started the stim injections to still continue to try to conceive unassisted. And then it just happened to work for us. I don't know why. I don't know why. There is no reason why. Just like I don't know why I had the miscarriage in the first place, right? I don't know why. But here we are. And so if you're still in the thick of IVF, whatever process you're at, I just wish you the best. And you are so amazing and so strong. And just one day you'll be a parent. I know you will. Just like I know I will. We got this. Go Jays! Okay, that's it. I'm getting cringy now. Okay, bye.